Hi ladies, I am Tina. I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, but it's time to get back at it. So bear with me because things are a little different since the last time I was on YouTube, and splicing my videos, putting them together and getting them on YouTube will be a little bit of a struggle, but I will do it. I am delighted to be able to follow a friend of mine, Lisa Wolf, doing her mesmerizing mermaid hop, YouTube hop. I was going to make a card and I decided that, well, a card was fun and I made one. I decided that I'm going to do my mermaids and I'm going to make a 12 by 12 layout, which I have not done in a long time, so it's time to start getting some of that done. I'm also in a group called She's Crafty and we're doing a mini paper pad class, and the image or this sketch that she's doing is this one, which I really like it, and I decided I'm going to do a mermaid themed page for a friend of mine and put it into a frame, and it'll be a keepsake for her. So I'm getting a whole lot of different groups together in one bang. A lot of art for my buck here. So I was using, my background paper is from this kit, and it is the thickest paper I've ever noticed in my life, but it's a very pretty background. I'm using this one here that goes ombre from light to dark, and I'll use some of the little bits and pieces from that, but basically just taking papers from my scrap room. The one thing that I have realized is that my organization is more a visual thing, and so a lot of my dies, I put them on magnetic pages of like items, and so I've lost track of where I got them from. So if I have a die that I've used, I don't always know where it came from. I do kind of know some of them, but others I've picked up along the way, and I may have bought them from friends, de-stashes, things like that, and I honestly threw away the packaging and don't know every single thing. If I know, I will tell you, or I will write it below, but I don't always know, so I'm sorry for that. And I realize moving forward that I might keep some of the paperwork that comes with it so that I know what goes with each die. Anyways, I used a lot of Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks and made some of my background papers so that I could cut images out, and let's get with it. All right, ladies and gents, this is the sketch that I'm going to be doing, and it draws the eye. You start with this cluster of photos and it draws your eye to the corner. So this is what we're going to do. I haven't got my photos printed off yet, but I know what they're going to be, and those are where my two photos are going to be. So we've got 3 strips of paper. This one has, I love the pattern of these papers. So what I've done is I've scalloped the very bottom because I just thought it looked prettier that way. And this one is going to be the one that goes straight across. So that is going to be placed there. This one on top of it. And what happens with this is they had a banner that went from one side of that to the other, but I cut it in half. So I only had a little bit of this paper that I created using inks and distress inks and just having some fun with colors. This pattern piece, I think I had that sitting somewhere like this, kind of like that. And this mermaid is stamped out with a Lavinia stamp. This is a Lavinia stamp. And what's her name? Oh, it's not on this. Weird. Her name isn't on here. Weird. Anyways, that is the Lavinia stamp that I used. And one of the things that I was going to show you, which is really kind of cool when you're doing a stamped out image, is you take the image and you fussy cut around it. What I like to do is use embossing powder on my image, and then I color it with Copic markers, and it makes it so much easier to color. Then I cut around, fussy cut around it, but not too close. I don't get too worked up about getting a white edge around mine, because I like to color that edge whatever color my background is, and it just blends right in with my backgrounds. That is one of the things that I like to do with my fussy cutting. Same with this one. I put that cobalt blue around the edge, and it just makes it blend in with the background without fussing to cut it too close to the image. Some of these dies that I have, and I did warn you, I don't know where they're from. I just know that I put things on my plates because I'm a visual crafter. So this little die I cut out of sparkly paper, and then I used a die for the center to make the mirror. And then I just applied a whole lot of little gems to make it look like a necklace hanging from the mirror. So I basically created all of my own little elements by using my Cricut or using dies that I have. These dies, I'm not sure what set that is, but I have 2 sets of it because I was using it a lot, and I could cut out more than one at a time. So my coral is out of this paper, and basically it's just using my inks and splattering them all over and creating a piece of paper with all the colors that I like, and then I basically cut it out into what I need. I also did it with him, and he's a pretty cool die that I have. And then I just embossed it a little bit in some of the areas just to brighten up the colors. This also, the net that I have, I cut that out of some paper that was sort of a beige color and then inked around the edges. So now I'm going to just put it together. So I'm going to fast forward me putting this together, and hope you enjoy my layout.